Hello again and welcome to part 4 of the section on constructions. Today we are going to be talking about the perpendicular bisector of a segment. You may have noticed that we're switching back to segments here after the previous two constructions involved angles, but as we run through this process you're going to notice a lot of similarities in the process between this, the perpendicular bisector of a segment, and the previous two constructions that we discussed, both angle bisector and at copying an angle. So to start off, right, just as was the case for the last construction, we're not going to be drawing a ray. We are going to be placing the center of our compass on one of our two endpoints. Okay, so I'm going to take the center and I'm going to be placing it on point J here. And we are going to make sure that the length of the compass extends past the halfway mark of our segment. Right? We're not going to be measuring this out, but looking at it, we can tell that this length here is greater than half of the segment. Right? If I were to do this, right, that of course is not acceptable. Right? That is not halfway. We need to make sure that this extends at least halfway. Right? So here we go. Right? The next step, we are going to make an arc both above and below our segment here. Okay, so I'm going to swing another arc below. All right, so that is step 1. All right, step 2 is just going to be to do the same thing but from the other endpoint. So I'm going to flip the compass around here. I'm going to go to point G, and I am going to do the same exact thing, swing an arc here, and swing an arc down here. So steps 1 and 2 are actually the same thing, but from the different endpoints, right? Very similar to what we've done in past constructions. So here we can see step 1 and 2 very similar. Now we look at what we have here. We have our segment JG, and we have two sets of intersecting arcs here. Right? Notice that each pair intersects at a point here and a point here. And we need one more step here to complete the perpendicular bisector of this segment. We're just going to use our straight edge and connect these 2 points. So it seems pretty similar. It seems pretty trivial, as was the case with the previous two constructions. The last step, we're just playing connect the dots here. So here we can see that I have drawn the perpendicular bisector. Right? The perpendicular bisector here is a line or line segment, so that this segment here is going to be the same length as this segment here. Right? Also, perpendicular, meaning that this intersection here forms a right angle, and of course all these others are right angles as well. Right, so we have just completed the 4th construction, which is a perpendicular bisector of a segment. So as was the case with previous constructions, once I walk you through the process on how to do these constructions, right, I'm going to ask you again to go off on your own and try to do a problem on your own. So, copy segment XY down on your paper and follow the 3-step process on how to find the perpendicular bisector of XY. The more you practice using the compass, the better you are, the more confident you are, and the better you can understand the process to do these 6 constructions. We've talked about the first 4 already. Try this problem on your own. Find the perpendicular bisector of XY. And we can talk about the last 2 constructions next time.